Great. So, tell me your name. What do you do here, Sarah? Oh, I got your name already. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
So I'm the lodge manager here.
Cool.
Yep. And I have the luxury of running this beautiful lodge and living out here in Medawisla, right on Second Roach Pond, and working with wonderful crew, and obviously serving the awesome guests.
Nice. So this is kind of a special treat because you're the first kind of manager of this place, right? Or...
Right. I suppose you're right. I would be the first, like, resurrected Medawisla manager.
Resurrected, because there was an old Medawisla, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So we had our grand reopening this year, and I am afforded with the honor of being the first manager for the new lodge.
Sweet.
We've been open since July 1st, and we had our ribbon cutting on June 24th.
Sweet. Nice. And so you get to live up here, too.
Oh, yeah. Full-time, year-round.
Year-round up here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rain, shine, bugs, and snow.
Yeah. What's your favorite season up here?
Well, I have to say that this year it had to be spring. I mean, after the long, awesome winter that we had and the wonderful cross-country skiing, the feel of the new leaves coming out on the tree and the fresh rain on the wood, making it all dark, that contrast is just gorgeous.
It is,
Tough to beat.
So one important thing for me, I'm here with my 2-year-old daughter, so family camping. Is this a good place to bring your family to, or?
Oh yeah, it's a lovely place to bring your family. We've got all the meals included, so you don't have to worry about any of the hustle and bustle of that. Yeah. And we've got kayaks and canoes and paddle boards for people to use at their leisure anytime. We've got lots and lots of trails, new trails all around the lake on both sides, and remote campsites along the way, so if you wanted to get away for the night and then come on back, you could do that. And bike trails as well, actually, for the families that like to do mountain biking or lots of road biking.
Cool.
Road biking on the remote back roads, dirt roads, of course.
So what do families typically do? They'll come up here and, like, their daily routine, you guys feed them meals, I assume, and everything, right?
Yeah, you've got it. Yeah. So we start the day off with breakfast at 8, and then we've got an activity register, so we ask everybody to let us know what they're up to for the day.
Cool.
And they'll take their trail lunches out with them, and typically it's canoeing or paddling. We've got a wonderful river tract and roach ponds. The second and third and fourth are closest to us here. And boat launches and campsites along them. Also, a big popular thing have been the mountain bikes. We've had a lot of families bring their own. You can also rent them in town, and soon we'll have them right here at the lodge. And the trail system is just really nice and growing always.
Sweet. You can outchase those bugs on your mountain.
Certainly.
On your bikes, right?
Yeah, and you can sneak up on the moose.
Yeah.
Safely, of course.
Now, do you see moose all the time up here? Or?
We do.
That's kind of what northern Maine is known for.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It is a specialty that we're really lucky to have. There's been quite a few sightings of a mother and her calf around, and a bull moose today down by Third Roach. We've seen one swimming in Hinkley Cove, and we've had moose prints walking along the front of the lodge here.
This is really their place.
You've
not kind of come into their home a little bit here with it. We saw one this morning, and it was great. My 2-year-old daughter, the whole drive up here, and the whole time we're camping, she didn't want to go to bed because she was like, I'm looking for moose. I'm looking for moose.
Now, where did you guys get to see one?
We saw one just on the shore of the pond today as we were paddling out. So we had an early start, which is always nice to kind of see them on the water early.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw one really far away, and we tried to paddle up to it, but it was gone before she saw it. And then we did see a second one, and we got up, and it didn't have a rack or anything, so, but it was a good sighting. It's her first moose. You know, there's a lot of 40-year-olds who have never seen their moose in their life, and you know, my 2-year-old daughter has already seen one.
Oh, so that's really exciting.
She's pretty excited about that.
Also, to see them in the water is such a treat, because they can be such awkward-looking animals on land, but they can be very graceful in the water, which is unique, if you think about it.
What's your favorite animal out here?
Oh, well, you know, I have to say that back where I'm from in New Hampshire, we have a lot of bears, and I never thought I would miss them. But we see lots of moose, and we see, you know, all the woodland animals that we have up here. We have beautiful birds, but we have seen no bear. And so one of the things that I would love to see would be a bear. So obviously nobody wants one close to camp or anything, and they've got really good noses, so they stay far away from us before we could ever find them. But I'd have to say that that's my most favorite Maine animal because of its ability to just be so elusive.
Yeah. Well, we did see some bear scat out there,
is that
too.
right?
So yeah, they are here. They're probably also just staying away for a little bit as the lodge has come into its place here a little bit.
Probably for good,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Now, how'd you end up at a job like this? This is kind of like a dream job for some people, right?
It really is. I live in a cabin by a lake in the woods of beautiful Maine, and I have to say that I come from a beautiful place in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and the Appalachian Mountain Club has our Kokadjo Lodge facility there and the Visitor Service Center at Pinkham Notch. And so I got my start there with the company in our reservations department and got to learn all about the Maine wilderness lodges and got to sell them to all of our customers and guests, and had to come up for vacation. I had done that last August, and when I did, I fell in love with it. And it took me about a month to find out how to come up and work. Started at Gorman Chairback Lodge, was gifted the opportunity to work at Medawisla, and it has been an amazing journey.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you go to the old lodge? Have you been up here and seen the old one?
That is one thing I have never been able to see. When we started the construction, I came on as Medawisla manager in December, and we had one of our original cabins left. So I got to see the layout of that, and I've seen property layout of what the old Medawisla was. But other than that, I get stories from all the guests that have been visiting us, which is kind of neat because you hear all their different opinions and perspectives of everything.
Well, you could just be like a raft guide and just completely lie about it.
Oh, right? I know, right?
You'll get all those stories and build it up.
Make the stories epic, or
the ghosts of the old lodge that come across and everything, right?
Right. Oh, goodness.